How's it going, mates? This is Mrjacharles, and we are back with a Let's Talk. And Bay is in bed sleeping at the moment, so I'm trying to be somewhat quiet, but that's going to be quite hard to do, because I am videoing. Anyway, I wanted to try and do another quiz. I know I did one with Pumpkin Man kind of recently, I guess a few weeks ago, but this one's actually relevant to my life. How long do I have to live? I'm pretty sure I'm going to die, like, at least 20 or 30 more years. I'm pretty sure, being so young, I've got a fair few years in front of me. Unless I die in a tragic accident, in which case I could die tomorrow. Okay, the quiz takes the answers to your questions and processes them through our program designer. Then, based on how you answered the quiz, you are told how long you have to live. So basically, this quiz works like any other quizzes. You answer some questions, and you get an answer. Wow. Are you afraid of the future? Are you afraid of how long you have to live? I'm not afraid, I'm just kind of curious. Well, this quiz helps you not fear your fate. Is this quiz an oracle? I thought this was just like some kind of scientific mumbo-jumbo. You can now know how long you have left to live, and you can do something with your life before you die, so good luck. You make it... What is that? And you can do something with your life before you die. I would do something before I die anyway. I mean, I could literally sit here until I die, and I'll do something before I die. Sure, whatever. What is your age? I'm pretty sure I am 21, so I'm 18 to 24. What is your gender? Let me just check. Yeah, pretty sure I'm male, so I'll click male. What colour are your eyes? Wait a minute. So there's... First off, what does your colour eyes have to do with how long you live? I didn't see that. That was weird. And what are the options? Blue, green, hazel, more than one, hazy to tell, not sure. Well, first off, hazy to tell and not sure are pretty much the same thing. I can't tell if they meant hard to tell or hazy to tell. And second off, I didn't know you could have more than one eye colour. And third off, where's brown? Or is hazel brown? Alright, well, whatever. Okay, I think my eyes are blue. Are you scared about what is going to happen when you're asleep? Yes, no. What? Well, I've got a feeling, yes and what? It's the same thing. But I'm not really scared of my sleep. My eyes, all in my eyes, that's fine. So I'll click no there. Do you have any diseases? Cancer, diabetes, asthma, other or none? You know, I'd love if like I had a really life-threatening disease. Like something that would like kill me tomorrow. And I said other. And this quiz just said, oh yeah, you're gonna live like at least 10 more years. Well then I'd feel really hopeful about the next day, but I'd still die. Well I'm pretty sure I'm not dying of anything, so I'd say none. Oh, here's a good one. What are your eating habits? My eating habits are terrible. Fat and junky, be honest. Tight and healthy, tell the truth. Sometimes junky snacks. Always snacking, never eating meals. Well, I wouldn't say I'm always tight and healthy. I try to be. I'm not always fat and junky. I guess sometimes junky food. Sometimes. I mean, I try and make sure I have breakfast and stuff most days. Are you very active? I don't even exercise. Fun fact. There's not even much standing in my job. In writing, I sit down and write. When I'm an accountant, being an accountant is probably the most exercising job I have. Like literally standing up and rearranging some files every couple of months. That is pretty much as active as I get. So what we got? Yes, I exercise regularly. Sometimes I exercise. I only exercise when I'm bored. While I play some sports. I have none of these. I don't do any of these. There should be just one for I like my chair too much. Alright, I only exercise when I'm bored. I've got to answer it. How many relatives very close to you have passed away? I get the kind of thing it's trying to do. Like, maybe it's like a way of determining your age, because the older you are, like, the more likely people in your family have died. What if you were really unlucky? Like, you were born, like, with 4 other siblings, and then 4 of them all died in a tragic accident. Like, I know I'm being a bit dark here, but if I said more than 3, would that significantly reduce what my age range is going to be? Well, I mean, I've had relatives die. I wouldn't say they're very close, though. I'll go 1. Do you fear the future? Yes, no. What? Well, there's the apocalypse and global warming and bacteria that will soon evolve and kill us all. So I guess slightly, but not massively. So I'll just say no. Or I could say, what? So that's really fun to do. Have you ever met a person that could be a threat to your safety? Yes, when I was little. Yes. No, not yet. Never. I don't think so. Well, aren't yes when I was little and yes the same thing? Well, thankfully I didn't meet any paedophiles when I was young, so I'm pretty sure it's not the first option. A threat to my safety? What kind of safety? Because if it's a mental safety, then yes, once I did. I don't know what it means by safety. I guess it means like life-threatening safety, and I don't necessarily have that, so I'm going to say I don't think so. Do you smoke or own a weapon? Okay. Why would you put both of those there? Why don't you just have them as independent questions? Alright, okay, so do I smoke or own a weapon? Yes, I own a weapon, but I don't smoke. No, I don't own a weapon, but I do smoke. Yes to both, no to both. Well, I am a very boring person. I don't smoke or own any weapons, although I wouldn't mind having a katana one day. Maybe one from Bleach. I liked that sword. Are you afraid to see your answer? Oh, what? Isn't there? That's stupid. Yes, no. Oh no, I'm scared. Or bring it on. So, no, actually, I'm gonna be normal and just say the no. What? I love how they try and be humorous and stuff, and add that, oh no, I'm scared, and bring it on just for the sake of it. And so, you have 48 years left to live. Depending on how you answered your quiz, you have 48 years left to live. What I would do is try to stay away from all busy intersections. Studies show that most people who have 30 to 50 years left to live die of car crashes. Well, it's a good thing I have no plans to buy any cars. Although Bay is. I wonder if he's going to kill me. Okay, one other thing I might point out though. There were only 4 answers you could get. Like, I'm pretty sure you can live up to 100, so there should be at least 100 answers. But you can either have 48 years left to live, 12 years left to live, 87 years left, or 69 years left. I mean, it feels kind of, weird that so many people would have that many years to live. Like, specifically. But whatever, I didn't make this quiz. And now that we've done that quiz, we must move on to Game of the Week. So our game choices are... Adventure Game. Yeah, that game. What did we do? We met a rip-off of Foxy, and then had an epileptic attack. Badland, which was actually quite a nice game. It didn't have so much in game mechanics, but it did have some nice weird scenery. Color Switch, the very colourful Flappy Bird. Supercar Showdown, my first ever racing game on this channel. It was pretty decent, except I was being forced to log in quite a lot, of which I ignored mini-clips requests. Stealth Sniper, quite an impressive game to find. It's a shame it was kind of broken, but you know what, a pretty fun headshot game. And Video Horror Story, the game where we were wandering around in some kind of, I guess, dystopian office, trying not to be caught by monsters with really big teeth. So from start to finish, which games are the best and which ones are the worst? Well, okay, the worst game, pretty obvious for me, Adventure Game. I really didn't like it, I didn't. In terms of gameplay, it had like 3 minutes of length. The only really challenging thing was trying to find this directory that led you to reset the game. No story, the model was kind of copied from an old FNAF game, like the mini games you could get. I basically really didn't like it, and the annoying thing is, it actually didn't look that bad on Game Jolt. But you know, that's Game Jolt for you. It's impossible to find a really good game sometimes. Okay, number 5 is Stealth Sniper. Now, it was a good game. It was pretty fun, and the modelling was awesome. But I just didn't like the fact the game was broken. It was. I mean, you kill all those people, and then you try and kill that Mafia boss. And then the Mafia boss can't be killed because he's, well, unkillable. There's no other way I can put it. I mean, I couldn't even see him that well because when you zoomed in with the scope, you couldn't see crap. I mean, unless I've got some kind of vision problem, that's really annoying. Number 4, Supercar Showdown. Now, I'm not too into racing games as it is. It was a decent one, except the fact it kept telling me to log in, and you could not get another car. I mean, unless I had to really grind on it, but I wouldn't do that for a typical car game. I don't think it was my thing. I especially don't like games that always want me to sign in and stuff. I mean, fair enough it says it one time, but if it keeps saying it after everything you do, then you're going to get annoyed with the game. Number 3 is Badland. Badland was actually pretty good. I like Badland. I mean, okay, the game was a bit repetitive, but I always loved making more and more owls and trying to control them. It was near impossible, because you'd always get 1 or 2 trapped, and then you'd be left on your own again, but then you'd multiply. That was a pretty good game. I liked it. And then number 2, the game that will say which one number 1 is Colour Switch. Now that was a brilliant game. I say it was like Flappy Bird because it's the same kind of tapping mechanic, except you're going vertically upwards instead of going horizontal. But I especially like the use of colour and the obstacles you had to go through. Albeit it was a straightforward game, I still found it pretty fun. And that makes Game of the Week Video Horror Story. I love that game. That was really good. I even saw Markiplier play it quite recently. You know, why wouldn't he? It's a brilliant new mechanic that you don't see in many games where you can switch vision to see other stuff. It was quite scary. The monster was actually pretty creepy with his necktie. I mean, length wasn't terrible either. I mean, for a Game Jolt game, I usually expect it to be like 2 minutes. Oh, look, it's done. But this actually lasted, I'd say maybe 10, 15. I mean, if you rush it, it'll be about 5. But good luck trying to rush it. The Game of the Week has to be Video Horror Story. And special thanks to the people who made that game, because that game rocked and actually gave me hope in Game Jolt. Okay, our sub count at this very moment in time is 187 subs, which is absolutely brilliant, guys. We are so close to 200, and that really means a lot to me. Just keep letting me know if there's anything you want to see. I'm thinking of doing more quizzes in the future for Let's Talks. I'm just not sure about reacting to other people's channels. And I do like the writing thing, but I don't want to do too much of that either. I don't know, I guess Let's Talks are just kind of in the air at the moment, but I wouldn't mind doing more quizzes. But yeah, I hope you have a brilliant week. I hope you meet that girl of your dreams. I hope you get that promotion. And until the next week, look out for my book, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Well, I already said until. Okay, well, until the next time, see ya.